Committee will come to order. We don't have a quorum yet, but we have some business to do here at the beginning, so we're going to take care of that, and then we'll move on to getting the committee organized. So first of all, welcome to all of you here today. So what happened to the... where's Nicole's thing?
Is it under the plank?
Well, there it is. All right. So, while we're waiting, we want to recognize somebody here who's been a great staffer for us on the Ag Committee all through a lot of different Congresses. And she is going to be leaving the committee and going back to the personal office of the member that she came from. And that is... where is Nicole? There she is. So this is Nicole Scott, who has been the clerk here on the committee for a number of years, and we want to take this opportunity to thank her for all of her service on the House Ag Committee, and we have a plaque that we want to present in her honor. She joined the committee in 2009 as staff. She was the Republican staff director at the time when Frank Lucas became ranking member. However, she was no stranger to the Ag Committee since she had handled ag issues for Frank in his personal office for a number of years prior to joining the committee staff. In 2015, Nicole transitioned to a chief clerk position here on the committee. And while we asked her to remain, Frank twisted her arm harder than we did, I guess, and convinced her to return to his personal office staff. And Nicole was raised on a ranch near Waurika, is that right? Oklahoma. And we, on the Democratic side, have always appreciated the small Aggie common sense that Nicole brought to her job, especially in helping to deliver the 2014 Farm Bill across the finish line. So I want to thank her for her years of service to the House Ag Committee, to the United States Congress, and particularly as well to her work on behalf of American farms and ranch families.
Mr. Chairman.
So that I recognize the ranking member, Mr. Conaway, for...
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I also want to brag on Nicole. She became my chief clerk with the 4 years that we were in the majority. And in addition to her work on the 14 Farm Bill, she also was integral in helping us shepherd the 18 Farm Bill across the finish line as well. And I want to thank her for her long dedication to the committee and for the outstanding work she did for us as chief clerk since 2015 through 2018. So appreciate Nicole's long service, and I know she's back in Frank's office, and he's glad to have her back.
I can recognize the former chairman, Mr. Lucas, who...
Yes, that is nice.
Mr. Chairman, if I might be permitted to speak out of order.
Absolutely.
Mr. Chairman, it's an honor to be here today to honor one of our dedicated and loyal support folks. Nicole's been with me as of this week for 20 years and served in a most dedicated fashion on this committee first, as you noted correctly, the staff director of the Minority Committee for 2 years and the staff director of the Majority Committee for 4 years, and now clerk for the last 4 years. I think Nicole is particularly, it's worth noting, especially to all the new colleagues on the committee. Nicole's one of those folks who, in whatever role she's fulfilled, worked fairly and equitably with everyone, both member and staff, on both sides of the room. That's one of her endearing qualities. And even though, ironically, as she takes leave from the committee, so I take leave from the committee for a little while too, I do appreciate the I yield back.
Nicole, if you'd come on up here for a minute, and We have a plaque for you for all the years that you did to keep us out of trouble, so we appreciate it. And all right.
Thank you.
So, Clerk, do we have a quorum?
We do.
We have a quorum,
Yes,
okay.
we do.
We will proceed with organizing the Agriculture Committee for the 116th Congress. The meeting has been called to order. We have a quorum. So we have a number of new and returning members. So I'm honored to once again serve as chairman of this great committee, and I look forward to working with each of you. We have a tradition here of being bipartisan that I want to continue, and I'm going to work hard to make sure that that happens. We have a great opportunity to make sure that the Farm Bill that we passed gets implemented into law in as fast as we can and the way that we intended it to be implemented. And we have oversight to do, and we have, frankly, I think a lot of, we're going to spend a lot of time kind of getting people up to speed. We've got a lot of new members. This Ag Committee stuff is complicated stuff that you don't just learn overnight. And so we're going to use the subcommittees to try to help get people up to speed on what's going on. And whoever wants to take on the challenge, I'm looking for somebody who can become an expert on dairy policy and federal milk marketing orders. So, and good luck with that. We've got the Farm Bill done, and congratulations to the chairman and all the members for what they were able to do in getting that bill through the Congress. But, we still have struggling farmers out there, as you all know, especially our dairy farmers. And the stuff that was in this bill for dairy, I think is going to be very helpful, but we got to get the bill implemented and get it into place before we lose any more of our farmers. So we're pushing the department on that. And I'm pretty sure that whatever they end up, whenever they get that done, it's going to be retroactive to the first of the year. So whatever people sign up for will go back to the first of the year, and hopefully we can keep those folks in business. So as I said, we have a lot of new faces. We have a lot of work to do. And so we have a lot of new members to introduce. So I'm going to do that. We have the returning members who need no introduction and have been serving on the committee, and we welcome them back. And we have new members, starting with Abigail Spanberger from the state of Virginia. We have Johanna Hayes from Connecticut, Antonio Delgado from New York, Angie Craig from Minnesota, Anthony Brindisi from New York, Jeff Van Drew from New Jersey, Josh Harder from California, TJ Cox from California, Dr. Kim Schreier from Washington State, and we also have some waived members onto the committee Shelley Pengree used to be on the committee, and she left us for bigger and better things, and she is back on the committee, and we welcome her back to the committee. And we also have Mr. Carbajal, who is new to the committee. He's also a waived member from the state of California. And we have Ann Kirkpatrick, who was a member of the committee and now is back on the committee as a waived member. So we have anybody that I forgot, the new members. Yeah. What's that? Oh, I was to say, I'm sorry. I couldn't see you down there, and you're not on the sheet here, unless I lost it. Whatever. So she's one of the most important people, Cindy Axney from Iowa. So she's also right kind of below me. She represents Des Moines and the southwest part of Iowa, and we welcome her to the committee as well. So we welcome all the new members. I
think
Public-
Ms. Bruce goes.
Well, I introduced them earlier.
There are two others.
Yeah, but we introduced them as we went through.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. You know. So I also want to say welcome to Dusty Johnson and Jim Hagedorn, who are my neighbors on the south and the west, and we look forward to working with you. And with that, I will turn this over to the ranking member.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate that. Good morning, everyone. And I, too, want to add my thanks to you and your team for what we were able to accomplish in 2018, getting the Farm Bill done. It's a compromise bill and that I think will stand rural America in good stead for the next 5 years. And I'm proud of the work that we did. I appreciate your help and support through that. Also want to congratulate you on your second chairmanship. Let the record reflect that as a rookie, you didn't have a gavel up here to start this thing, so we had to go scramble around and get that done. But glad to be back with you and on the deal. A lot of fine new individuals have joined the committee that were not with us, they're very fine individuals who served on this committee that are not with us today, and I know we'll miss them. I particularly want to point out that for the first meeting in over a quarter of a century, Chairman Goodlatte and Frank Lucas will not be on the dais. Of course, Chairman Goodlatte retired from Congress, and Chairman Lucas has taken over the ranking membership of the Science Committee. The good news is that farmers and ranchers can take comfort in knowing that Chairman Lucas has pledged to return to the Ag Committee in time for the next Farm Bill. I certainly want to welcome all of our returning members and also especially recognize the three new members we have on our side. We've got Dusty Johnson from the great state of South Dakota. Dusty brings some public service previous experience with him. We also have Jim Hagedorn from Minnesota's 1st District. Jim's watched his father do this job, I guess, for quite a while, and so he brings that experience with us. And we've also got Jim Baird. Jim is a veteran and joins the committee with great long service and personal history within the ag industry. In regard to the business this year, I'm proud we were proud to be able to complete the 18 Farm Bill last year. There's certainly other legislative items that require attention, but the Farm Bill was the big lift, and we've got that done for the next 5. Now we need to protect those promises that were made in the Farm Bill so that our ranchers and farmers can count on those that they were expecting. Beyond this, we need to get export markets open by passing the new USMCA trade agreement, while also continuing to encourage a successful resolution on trade with China so that our two countries are playing by the same rules and are competing on a level playing field. Mr. Chairman, we should encourage the administration to continue the rollback of wasteful and costly regulations like WOTUS and climate change rules that threaten to choke the economic growth and kill American jobs. Our farmers and ranchers are struggling right now. This is their 6th consecutive year of economic recession. We need to do all we can to help bring up the prices they receive at the farm gate, hold down their costs, and yes, pray for good weather and strong yields. With that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
Thank the gentleman, and I should recognize, I guess, John Hayes, who wasn't here when I introduced the members. Wave your hand. And Anthony Delgado from New York, next to her. So we welcome both of you to the committee. We have to adopt a motion to authorize the chairman to act for the committee, wherever that is.
Mr. Chairman.
Yep.
Mr. Chairman, I move that the committee, in consultation with the ranking member, be authorized to act for the committee in matters affecting staff and administration of the committee.
Is there discussion on the motion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes appear to have it, and the motion is adopted. Next item of business is the committee rules for the 116th Congress. I'd like to recognize counsel for a brief explanation of the changes in the rules.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll reference the changes by paragraph number in the en bloc amendment. Paragraph 1 conforms the committee rules to changes made in the House rules for the 116th Congress, specifically extending the publication deadline of committee rules. Paragraph 2 conforms the committee rules to changes made in the House rules for the 116th Congress, specifically requiring 3 business days notification for business meetings. Paragraphs 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 update the rules for readability purposes. Paragraph 8 updates the rules to conform with current committee practices. Paragraph 9 changes the heading. Paragraph 10 authorizes the chair, upon consultation with the ranking member, to order the taking of a deposition either by a member or counsel of the committee. Paragraph 11 makes a technical change. Paragraph 12 updates the rule for readability purposes. Paragraph 13 makes a technical change. Paragraph 14 conforms the committee rule to changes made in the House rules for the 116th Congress for consistency purposes. Paragraph 15 conforms the committee rule to changes made in the House rules for the 116th Congress regarding the committee's oversight plan. Paragraph 16 makes a technical change. Paragraph 17 establishes a member day hearing, and paragraph 18 updates the subcommittee ratios and makes a change to one subcommittee's name and jurisdiction. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Council. Is there any, let's see, where are we at here? You have a motion?
Any questions? But
Oh, yeah, are there any questions regarding the rules?
Mr. Chairman?
Mr. Ranking Member?
Mr. Chairman, I move that the committee approve the rules for the 116th Congress, which are the rules which were in effect during the 115th Congress, as described by council.
Is there any discussion on the motion? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and the motion is adopted. Without objection, pursuant to House Rule 11, Clause 2A in the Rules of the Committee of Agriculture for the 116th Congress will be submitted to the House for publication in the Congressional Record. So pursuant to Clause 9 of House Rule 10, there is at each member's desk a copy of the majority, minority, and nonpartisan committee staff assignments that, without objection, will be adopted by the committee. Is there any objection to those assignments? Seeing no objection, is so ordered. And I guess there's no further matters on the agenda unless somebody has something that is of great importance. So we, again, thank you all for choosing to serve on the House Ag Committee. What's that? And we look forward to working with all of you, and the committee is adjourned.
Off to a good start.
All right.
But we had a vote in there too, which kind of messed